and my meals were good. Yeah, I'm having some meals before the game, and yeah, I feel good about both.
Well, I sleep the whole night as usual, and before the game, I hope to sleep, but I failed.
If I may just pick up on before the press continues, there was one moment in the game that I recalled that you played very quickly for you, Gukesh. It was the moment when you played the move G4 here. You played it very quickly, and it seemed to surprise many in the audience, including some of the commentators and the like. Was this still your preparation completely?
Yeah, I mean, more like G4, you generally don't play without preparation, so.
Okay. All right. And were you comfortable? You were comfortable with the sequence afterwards, of course, because you had prepared it?
Yeah, I mean, I had looked at it, and after Queen A5, I was playing on my own.
Queen A5 was the novelty for you?
Yeah.
This one. Okay. Next question.
For Gukesh, a heartbreaking defeat, Gukesh, but in what way does this loss change your game plan for the match?
I think the game plan continues to be the same. Just to play every game with the same energy and play the best moves in the position. I think it's the same.
I'm from the organization. I have some Chinese questions for Liren. 那先祝贺。然后今天这个布局第7步棋是什么原因会长考了一会儿？我知道可能已经回答过了，但是可能还需要，希望能够再说一下。
还有中文吗？
都可以 ，as you wish。
对，第7步棋，我在回忆那个布局的准备跟在临场决定下一种新的思路之间抉择了一下，选择了后者。
那今天选择这个布局是想要稳一盘，还是想要争胜？因为知道你对顾客是有战绩上的优势。
选择法兰西很明显是一个很冒险的布局，因为白棋有很多种可能是能够获得一点微弱的优势的。然后赛前我也做了大量的准备，对，但是看到他的开局选择还是让我感到有点意外，然后也出乎了我的意料，所以说开局可能并不是特别的成功。
好，最后一个问题，今天的胜利会对接下来的战略有一些影响，或者有一些改变吗？
我不知道，因为我从来没有在世界冠军赛中领先过，所以我回去再考虑一下吧。而且战略这个是，比赛机密，还是不用透露的太多。
Next question.
Ulrich Stock from Germany. A question for Gukesh. Having so much time to see you play, we were wondering what the yellow ribbon means that you have on your wrist.
It's just some I don't know what you call it, but it's like a sacred thread. I mean, just a religious thing.
Okay, thank you.
Any more questions?
One more question for Ding Li Zhen. In 2023, you were always playing from behind, 3 times. Of course, the only time you were ahead is when you won the match. So do you think that this will impact any way you're going to play going forward now that you finally have a lead?
Well, it's a totally new experience. If it's the Swiss or close tournament, then I will fight for win in every possible game. But if in the match, I haven't have any experience yet, and tomorrow I have white pieces, and since I haven't prepared yet, so I don't know what's the approach I will give tomorrow.
You think you'll sleep more tonight?
At night, I always have very good sleep.
Any more questions? And with that, we'll conclude the press conference. Next game is tomorrow at 5 p.m. local time. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night.
Welcome back, everyone. That is the conclusion of the press conference after game number 1. Liren taking a 1-0 lead over Gukesh, but of course the match is long and arduous. Still plenty of room for twists and turns. Danya, let's go to you first this time. Your thoughts on the press conference overall and some of the questions people asked.
Well, so many emotions. First of all, a shout out to the organization. That was a very smoothly run outfit. The press conference started on time. There weren't too many questions. Maurice, of course, is a consummate professional and a Grandmaster, by the way. He did a great job as well. And a shout out to the players who are open and honest. And of course, Gukesh, no matter whether you're a Ding fan or a Gukesh fan, to appear at the press conference and behave professionally, to answer questions openly is very, very difficult. And yet he did just that. You always tip your hat at the role model that Gukesh is, win or lose. But today is Ding's day, and Ding Liren with a statement win of the Black Pieces, a Cinderella beginning for the reigning world champion. You could not script it any better for Ding, and he's got to be feeling pretty darn good.
And Judith, a couple of fun quotes from the press conference as well. I think we had a good chuckle at "You don't play G4 unless it's in your preparation." Some fun moments there.
Yeah, well, that's a quote which I would not say that. Yeah, it was very interesting for me to see the players' reaction. It was interesting for me to see Dings. Of course, he's always very humble and very modest. To say, first of all, that he was kind of lucky because he showed us both of his tactical blunders, or how to say that King H8, even in the very last moment in move 41 when he captured Queen A2, he was saying, well, Bishop E6 I was not looking at. So that was kind of interesting. And but it was also nice to see that he has the self-confidence. Obviously, he's very happy with his victory. He felt that he played well from a certain point of view, very well. He realized that his counter chances with knight b2 will be giving good chances for him. And it was interesting to see the Gukesh reaction, that it was the knight b2 which was the turning point where he just somehow got lost. He said that he blundered that queen f4 g5 opportunity, which was after the unpleasant part. So somewhere we also felt it when we had this analysis, that somewhere there he's like losing control kind of thing. And what was sad to see that, of course, Gukesh was suffering quite a lot at the conference, because, of course, his mind was already, he wanted to be somewhere else, but not answering the questions, which is absolutely understandable. And I mean, he's very young, and he knows that every second counts right now, how to recover from this awful experience, which he has to take the good things, and he has to recharge himself, and tomorrow fight again back. And it's nice to hear that he says no changes in the plans, so everything
business
goes
as usual.
Business as usual.
Exactly right. And they'll have that opportunity, of course, to rest and recover ahead of tomorrow's game. Now, this was just game number 1 of what could be a 14-game and then tie-break series, folks. So there's still plenty of action to come. Game number 2 will be here live tomorrow, and we start at the wonderfully bright and early time of 4 a.m. Eastern, or 10 o'clock in the morning Central European time. If you're local to Singapore, it'll be 5 o'clock in the afternoon is when the game starts tomorrow. And then game number 3 after that. But take a quick note that it is a rest day on Thursday. So every 3 games, we then get a rest day. So just take a note of that. If you need to plan out your calendar for the week, when you're going to be watching, Thursday is everybody's day off. Right. So, folks, that concludes day number 1. And we have had a fantastic roller coaster of emotions. I'll say it again because it's true, and also some great stuff on and off the board as well. Judith, I'll go to you first this time for closing thoughts about today as a whole, and maybe what you'd like to see tomorrow.
I'm thrilled with the kickoff game, with game one. It was just an amazing story today. Every part of it and the nuances, the little things. The experience won over the unexperienced for the moment. So it was very exciting, and I can't wait to start to commentate tomorrow.
Danya, we think we might have had a little bit of everything today, but that just sets us up for tomorrow to surprise us. Run us through your final thoughts.
Amen. This was an incredible game. It was a statement win by the reigning world champion, and it's such a privilege, whether it's 4 a.m. start time or 11 p.m., whatever the time. It's a great privilege to be here with a courtside seat and to commentate this game alongside with a true legend. What a game this was. And for Gukesh, a lot of emotional processing to do, but he can take solace in the fact that there have been a lot of comebacks in World Championship history. Steinitz, in the first ever World Championship match in 1886, he was down 4-1. And when he was down 3-1, the New York Sun reported the following, and I quote, there were fans saying that Steinitz was going to lose. And the New York Sun says, Dr. Zukertort looked elated, but Steinitz certainly looked not one bit cast down. And he said, his best friend and second said, none of us are weakening. We have backbones of iron. And Gukesh will have to show backbones of iron because he's got black tomorrow against a Liren who is motivated, playing well, playing confidently, and will be a very tough opponent. What a match we're in for.
So that's it for our coverage of day number 1 of the Fide World Championship, folks. Gukesh bidding to become the 18th world champion, stumbling a bit at the first hurdle, but at the same time, it's a very long match. Liren, in the meantime, his favorite movie is Ratatouille, and he's certainly cooking today. Can he bring the momentum with the white pieces tomorrow? We will see you here, same time, same place, for round 2 tomorrow. Take care, and good night. This is the event we have been waiting for, the World Championship.
And we need to keep our seatbelts nice and fastened because the intrigue will start from the very first moments.
It is going to be the French.
The French has only occurred 3 times across all World Championship matches.
We can see also on the body language of Gukesh that he knows what he's doing. At this point, I'm kind of a little bit worried. He's spending too much time. A5.
It is not the most popular move. I would say 5th or 6th in popularity. It is quite rare.
Gukesh made a very good appearance in game 1 in the opening. He seems to be with full self-confidence in his preparation, the way he sits at the board, walking around.
Whoa! Oh my god, Judith. Bishop g5 threatens not only the rook, but bishop d2.
And look how fast Ding is playing, like he's taking over. How comfortable Ding is. Look at him.
This might be one of the most interesting World Championship games I have ever seen, and it's game 1. Queen c2, he has played it in the wrong order and allowed queen c4. It might be over, Judith. He is a fighter. He exhausts all of the resources, but now he's down to 45 seconds, and you can smell it. Ding will see e5. He will see it. He has to make 2 more moves. He doesn't see what to do. He's got 5 seconds. He might lose on time.
And we have a score.
He has defeated Gukesh, the reigning world champion, with the black pieces in the first game of the 2024 FIDE World Championship.